Hey, it's Amy. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're with the big tank because I have given myself a little project this weekend, and that is resetting the Anacorpora coral in the tank. There's a lot of bubble algae growing on top of them. I have a red Monty Digi growing over some of them, and it's taking over and killing them. So we're gonna get in there, we're gonna clean it all up, and I'm taking you with me. Also, I got a microphone. Let me know how the audio sounds. You might be thinking, ugh, Amy, why are you resetting your Anacorpora? They look so good. And yeah, I agree, they look really good. But what you don't see most of the time is that we have bubble algae and Poscillopora growing inside here. There's a lot of die-off over here from shading. Down here, it's just a bubble algae factory. And this whole green goblin colony is just being held on by like the smallest little twig. And every time I come by with the glass cleaner, it shakes. It goes back and forth. And it's just a matter of time before this falls over. And I have to do this all anyways, eventually. So we're gonna do it today. I also have all of this green slimy stuff here. It's on the other side too, and it poofs off with a turkey baster type thing, but it just keeps coming back. So I will do my best to clean up a lot of this, and we're gonna make it real pretty. It's gonna grow back, don't worry. Now, in addition to resetting the Anacorpora, this rock that the goldenrod and TNT are on, they also share it with a Montipora digitata. It's behind the TNT. I didn't place it in the right spot, but what it has done is it's grown over the rock towards the goldenrod and the TNT Anacorpora, and it's killing it. So my plan today is to break off a really nice piece of the goldenrod and a really nice piece of TNT. I might actually use this one down here that my fish fragged, but I'm gonna flip this rock over and glue them down. So it's just gonna be like totally refreshed. And there is a Tropicana Anacorpora right here, which is gonna get moved over here. The green Poscillopora, I don't like it anymore. It's gonna get given away either today or it's gonna go in the sump to die, or the garbage, I don't know, one of those two. And then I get another year of watching my corals grow out. It's been so cool being successful with a couple SPS and watching them grow, but now it's time to tinker. I've prepped a pseudo workstation here with an empty bucket. I have my wastewater water change bucket ready here, a small container for fragging. Might use this frag rack, might not. I have some saltwater mixing in the bathroom. And oh, please tell me I'm not the only one who mixes their salt into their saltwater mixing bucket by measuring out their salt with a kitchen scale, because like I measure 620 grams of salt to my 5-gallon bucket and it's perfect every single time. No time wasted. I have to check the salinity once after a couple hours of mixing and boom, you're off to the races. Okay, I pulled out my little reef cart and today try to use up this rock rubble. Some Instastick glue, a little frag kit. I will probably need some frag plugs too. Just in the interest of keeping the flow going while I'm working on the frags, I'm pulling out the whole 5 gallons. I'm gonna put 5 gallons back in, and then I'll sort all of this stuff out. Guess I can try to pull this guy out. You can just live in the water change bucket. Oh. If you guys have never handled the Poscillopora before, they are extremely fragile. Tiny, tiny little skeleton pieces. Yeah. It's mostly dead. It's just the very tips are alive. So you can live in here for now. And then the corals I'm gonna move over there is the Tropicana Anacorpora. currently living here. So you can just go live over here for now until I can glue you down. You're not looking too good. And there's one more that's been getting stung by this rock spawn, octospawn coral. Now I'm thinking, why don't I just combine these two Tropicana onto one little rock rubble thing and glue it right there, instead of having two separate ones. Just make one mega Tropicana. Probably have some rubble in here that would be good for that. Okay. Dead coral skeleton? Yeah. Not gonna lie, these kind of look like caca. We got this slime on them. These do not look great. Just in the top, yeah, but the rest not so much. But we will give them a fighting chance. Can we take a moment to appreciate all of these citrus mushrooms that are just owning this rock? That is amazing. I never got to see these ones in the back with the Osmolator in front of it. And the orange mushrooms, they're everywhere. I think that's good, just for now. That is one check mark done. And next up is the green goblin. It's just like, boop. One tiny little thing holding it on. That is crazy. Look at all that bubble algae. Oh man. It's a good thing I have emerald crabs coming. And look at all of that slime in there. I'm gonna give that a good poof. I'm gonna just poofs right away. Poof, poof, poof. Poof, poof, poof. Get me some nice, oh, hello crab. And then this. Ooh, you do not look good either. I think this one's gonna go in the bucket. Bye. I do have one little acro here that is getting shaded by the Monty cap, so I'm just gonna go. Oh, did not mean to do all that. But you know what? Yeah, we'll just replace you differently. Lower. Should stay okay there. And now this acro here, I think it's a Violeta, will have some more room to grow. Hey, that worked out actually really nicely. All right, we need to find the branch we want to restart with, and I think it's gonna be that tallest one in the middle. So this is our piece right here. I'm just going to go as far down as I can. Yeah, that works. And grab a couple pieces of rubble, make a little pocket. All right, we have our green goblin frag that we're going to grow it back from. I'm gonna set it down over here, figure out exactly where I want it to be before I glue it down. And then there we go. Fresh start. Now that I'm looking at the back of this rock here, it's big and empty. I have this branching Samacora here that I think will look really good on that back rock. It's recovering down here after being shaded by the frog spawn, but now that there's room, it look pretty good back here. A couple greens colors over here. Yeah, once that recovers and grows back and branches out, it'll look pretty darn cool, I think. And now we have some green goblin skeleton here. I'm probably just going to pull off the tips that look like they're still alive, that have some color, and glue them to some frag plugs. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green goblin Anarchopora frags, and this is left over. I think sometimes you just need to let go of the skeletons, so this is all gonna go in the garbage. I don't want to deal with anything down here. Most of it is just dead coral skeleton that's been shaded, and it was really just a couple of tips that were left alive. I don't know if any of this stuff will grow back, so let's just let it go. I'm gonna switch up my approach for these two. I'm just gonna try to break off as large a pieces as I can from the tips, glue them onto frags or to rubble, and then I'm gonna flip the rock over and glue down the new pieces instead of ripping the whole colony out and trying to work out of this little bucket. We'll just go piece by piece. Piece by piece as much as I can. Oh, that's a nice one. Some of these were so close to touching the top of the water. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, a lot of what's left here is really thick base stuff, and it's covered in this Pocillopora. You can see the red digi is growing over top of this goldenrod here, bubble algae. So this whole thing that's left here, let's see if I get here. Yeah, that's just gonna get flipped over and reset. This red digi did not do it for me here. Okay, do not drop. Just like that, brand new rock. Just make sure it's secure. Doesn't feel like it's gonna tip over. There, that's better. This piece was a good one to start back up with for the goldenrod. I guess, yeah. That's where it's gonna go. Maybe I'll stick a second one into right here. Okay, I got this nice piece here. And now we have two goldenrods. I think this piece was really nice to start up again. And for the TNT, I think there's a spot right in here. Boom. All right, we have 2 TNT and 2 goldenrod. Don't know about this one on the left. Hopefully it does okay. I think I glued it with its underside facing up, so the color should come back. Just for fun, I'm gonna take this giant chunk of goldenrod and put it in the nano tank. This will do okay leaning against the wall there. Yeah, we'll see. Just plop it right down inside. Will it grow? Who knows? Now we have a couple more frags to put on plugs, and then that's it, we'll be done. All right, that is a wrap on the Anacropora reset. I got the green goblin glued down here. My branching Samacora is glued down back there. 2 TNTs glued down. 2 goldenrods glued down. My hands are glued. And we have some frags down here. Tropicana, I'm not sure if this will survive. I didn't glue it down just in case I had to pull it out or move it, but fingers are crossed for that one. Hey, it's future editing Amy here. I forgot to do an outro yesterday while filming, but if you made it this far and you enjoyed the video, thank you so much for tuning in. Drop a like and a comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.